Oh, nope. Almost ready. Okay. Hello and welcome to tonight's absolutely stunning, fantastic dinosaur action. Oh, it's going to be an absolute doozy, a special Halloween edition. What is Halloween Dinos? Basically for me, that is red and black Rakdos. Very spooky power, and certainly spooky with that thumbnail art. Labyrinth Raptor has a kind of menace sub-theme there. Whenever a creature you control with menace becomes blocked, defending player sacrifices a creature blocking it. If we get multiple Labyrinth Raptors out, that's absolutely devastating. And we have some new menace dinosaurs coming in the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. So this potential list is only going to get better. My oh my. Very, very exciting stuff. But overall, it's a very low curve. This is best of one. So keep in mind there's the hand smoothing, oftentimes giving you at least a few lands to start off with. The training wheels queue, as I like to call it. But we want menace on other things. Rampaging Ferocidon, another fantastic dino that has menace. Lovely stuff. Professional face breaker. Dinosaurs are professional face eaters. But this has menace. Whenever one or more creatures we control deal combat damage to a player, we make a treasure. So it's got a little bit of ramp there. And if we don't need the treasure, we can sacrifice it to exile the top card of our library, play that card this turn. A little bit of card advantage, ramping. And if we want more menace on stuff, Sticky Fingers, as some of you guys have used before. Mono red dinos, but of course Sticky Fingers kind of goes along with the theme of Halloween. Some of you guys watching right now may have sticky fingers if you're eating the candy that you went out trick-or-treating for, or you're eating your kids' candy, as is sometimes the case. Now, we didn't get out because it's, there's kind of a blizzard, snowing quite a bit where I'm at. Sort of northern Canada, 2.5 hours north of Toronto. Snowstorm, that's okay. We have enough candy and enough treats at home. My daughter does not need any more. She had a big box of Smarties and a Kit Kat. That's good enough for now. That was a very good treat. But yes, low curve and even lower with the cost reduction. Marauding Raptor, creature spells you cast cost one less. Love it. Otepec Huntmaster, beautiful. My favorite package for acceleration, playing extra things a turn. Divine. Rotting Regisaur, well, if I'm in black, I'm playing dinosaurs. Of course, this can be absolutely divine. Sometimes reduced to a single black, which is pretty crazy stuff with Marauding or Huntmaster, but just a lovely, lovely body. 7/6. Beautiful. Curse of Hospitality. While I was looking for ways to give everything else trample, get a little bit more card advantage, potentially. For 2 and a red, we enchant a player, our opponent. Creatures attacking enchanted player have trample, so that is good. Rotting Regisaur is big. It always sucks when it gets chump blocked by some 1/1 or 2/2. You know the deal. Very, very painful stuff. You cry whenever that happens. So we'll get through some damage, and whenever a creature deals combat damage to the enchanted player, that player exiles the top card of their library until end of turn. That creature's controller may play that card. They may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. So for each creature that we connect with, deal damage to the opponent, we get to exile a card from the top of their library, possibly play it. So we got extra things to play. It may not be very impactful or useful, depending what deck we're facing, but it is potentially more card advantage, more damage with the trample, and Sticky Fingers as well. I forgot to mention that. Enchanted creature has menace, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you make a treasure. So you ramp, you get menace, you get through a little bit more damage because a creature with menace can't be blocked except by 2 or more. So if a lot of stuff has menace, quite a few of those bodies are probably going to sneak on through because the opponent doesn't have enough creatures to block everything. Say we're attacking with 4 creatures that have menace, They would need 8 creatures in total to block all of those, and I don't think that's happening anytime soon. And of course, when enchanted creature dies, you draw a card, so Sticky Fingers replaces itself if something bad happens. Giant Cindermaw, well, it's a dinosaur, trample, big, players can't gain life. This is all about dinosaurs. It doesn't have to be, but I wanted to stick with the dinosaur theme quite a bit. If we face off against angels, we're gonna bring the pain because we have 8 things, 8 chances to shut that down. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. And just to top it off for the creatures, Rampaging Raptor, I don't have any battles because it has that ability. Whenever it deals combat damage to opponent, it deals that much damage to a planeswalker that player controls or a battle that player protects. So chances are we'll send some damage towards a planeswalker. It is nice using battles. And oh, I knocked my phone over. If anybody's seen me live on Twitter or X, I got it leaned up there. Just trying something else, going live on 2 different things. Kind of interesting. I'll figure it out better on my phone. Hello, anybody watching there? And the lands, 20. Seems pretty crazy, but we got a lot of stuff that makes treasures. Sticky Fingers, Professional Facebreaker, cost reduction is better than ramping or tapping for a mana because chances are we may be able to play multiple things. If we play multiple dinos, it's like Huntmaster tap for 2 mana or 3 mana, that sort of thing, effectively. So 20. A couple basic lands, the lovely Phyrexian Swamp there from the original Jumpstart. A couple mountains, certainly there's a lot more red than black, so that's why there's 3 of those. Then just mixing it up, some Blight Step, Pathways, Seer Step, as many dual lands as possible. The Blood Crypt, of course, Canyon Slough. If I see it late game, I don't need the lands, cycle it away to draw a card. I've always loved those ones. Haunted Ridge, well, I don't want to see multiples, but chances are I'm going to see this copy a little bit later, and by the time I see it, I'm going to have 2 or more other lands, and this is going to enter untapped. But then Sulfurous Springs, untapped for black or red, that's what I want. A couple secluded courtyards, there is a lot of dinosaurs, a quite overwhelming amount, 24. So I think when you get into that range, it definitely is good to consider secluded courtyard to make the mana base as buttery smooth as humanly possible. Alright, let's jump into it. Let's do a lot of menacing, scary damage, a lot of ramping, treasures. Oh, it's going to be lovely. And then we'll go with Liliana Dinos at some point. Almost went in to explore best of 3, but this, of course, is best of 1. Been a while since I've done that, and the season did just reset this past afternoon. If you're wondering why I'm only in gold, that's not usually the case. Oh boy. Bum, ba, bum. Desla Kuda. No idea. Maybe it's going to be Azorius Control, something like that. This hand is absolutely divine. Lord Judgment, how's it going? Yes, absolutely. Happy Halloween. I guess I should say happy Halloween to the people on Twitter or X. If you see me waving like that, that's why. Canyon Slough, we don't have a turn 1 play. Sticky Fingers, well, we have to enchant something. So lovely to see that for the first turn there. Facing off against potentially Rakdos. Oh, that's good, JDX. Hopefully your family is doing well as well. Hey, now it's time to sleep. That's okay. That's okay. Definitely got to be Labyrinth Raptor. I almost made the mistake. That would have been very sad. Playing Marauding. Marauding deals 2 damage to each creature that enters. So it would have killed the Labyrinth Raptor. I don't normally use this combination, so that is... I'm just glad I remembered. But the 2 Sticky Fingers should be nice. Especially if they're a little bit aggressive. This looks like Boros Heroic. Playing a couple weak creatures. And then spamming a bunch of spells to power up those things. Hopefully it's not Illuminator Virtuoso. 1 and a white for a 1/1 double strike. Whenever you cast a spell, it connives. They draw a card, and if they discard a card, they put a counter on it. And then the spells they play make it bigger, and it's not a pretty sight. Oh, they have something to make those bigger. They might have 1 damage to take out Labyrinth Raptor. Or we could do some lovely stuff here. Whew. This is going to be scary. Hopefully they don't have something bad. Gonna cross my fingers. They don't have something that deals 2 damage. Good. Very, very nice indeed. Simply slapping the sticky fingers on Labyrinth Raptor. It's the only thing I could have connected with now. And then we'll slap the sticky fingers on Rotting here. That's pretty cool to get 2. Ooh. I like this. This is going well. Oh, there's the Illuminator Virtuoso. Okay, we're safe. Boros Heroic didn't have the craziest opening, at least. Phew. I'm still not blocking, because I know they've got scary stuff. I'm okay being at 13. Huntmaster, it's a little unfortunate. We can't play it. But we do get to play Giant Cindermaw. You know what, I'll attack with both of those and we'll see what happens. Now let's do a bunch of damage. Two treasures, pretty fantastic stuff. Getting to play that Giant Cindermaw. And still not the Huntmaster. If they use removal on Marauding, that's okay. We'll draw a card and then we'll get to safely play Huntmaster. Well, we're not dead yet. At the very least, we have Giant Cindermaw to block. But it certainly could be happening. That's probably going to do it. Illuminator Virtuoso being 10 damage there with the double strike. Okay. Tends to do the trick. Well, we saw what happens. Wouldn't really have mattered what we had done the previous turn. Anyways. Just can't get the job done sometimes. That's okay. Pretty fast though, I must admit. We're going to get through a lot of stuff. Again, it is a real treat to do it this way, even though I don't really prefer best of one. It just doesn't sit well with me. But this looks good. We got a lot of menace on stuff with the sticky fingers. Lots of great advantage there. Lovely to see Labyrinth Raptor again. Ooh. Oh, we got a Tarka Red or something aggressive. Interesting. I'm wondering about Huntmaster or just Labyrinth Raptor. You know what? Let's do that. We'll go Rampaging Ferocidon next turn. Possibly slap sticky fingers on it. Hope they don't have removal for Huntmaster. Ugh, Burning Tree. Hopefully they don't play multiples. When it enters, they make a red and a green. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. I'll take it. And I'll also take another Huntmaster. That's actually pretty good. We play it, we get the maximum benefit of cost reduction, or the immediate benefit, I should say. I will leave Rampaging Ferocidon there. That could be pretty devastating, but they could also slap an Ember Cleave on something here. They certainly have enough creatures. Rampaging Ferocidon, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. This deck certainly has a lot. But I smell an Embercleave coming up. I'm just going to take it. I think we can do a lot of damage. They'll probably play a few creatures. That's okay. I didn't want to risk losing somebody. Oh, I got the sticky fingers, Pterosaurus. I know, right for you, especially. And they had a thing. Good thing I didn't block. We would have lost Rampaging Ferocidon there. Ooh, extra devastating. Well, certainly Labyrinth Raptor. And I must admit, I was pretty sure it would be fairly aggressive stuff that we face. Being best of one, that's really what you should be doing. I think we can safely attack with Rampaging Ferocidon. Get a little bit of damage through. Leave quite a few bodies to block and hope they don't slap Embercleave on somebody. Torbrand, well, we're not dead yet, but we're almost dead. Gonna have to do a lot of math here. Okay. Let me think. Just want to make sure I can take exactly 6. I can take damage from one creature. And only one. So I think it's going to be the Goblin Chain Whirler. Actually, it probably should be Kari Zev. Kari Zev does 3 and takes mana, so I'm not going to send 2 things to block Kari Zev. That's not happening. Huntmaster has to block, certainly. Alright, we're mostly dead, so unfortunately, again, that's just, well, that's how she goes. We'll get him, eventually. Yeah, it's not going to do it. It's definitely, well, it wasn't the best game ever, but that's okay. Mono red. I'm just interested to see if that is really all we face. It's pretty spooky. Spooky and difficult for me, but that's alright. We're having a good time. Either way. Boom. Interesting, though, that it's taken a while. I usually figured best of one, the games would be pretty much immediate. Auras. Warhammer time, something painful perhaps. Another Boros variation. Nice to see that Curse of Hospitality, though. Mono green? Well, vehicles. Something vehicle related, I think. Huntmaster, at least, that's going to be great for the aggression. Getting Rampaging Ferocidon down probably as soon as possible, because it looks like they're going to be barving quite a few creatures. I must admit, it is nice to never have to mulligan basically ever in best of one, because the opening hand is always at least doable. Stomp, nah, that's alright. We still got our third land at least. Get that professional facebreaker down, I think. Maybe Giant Cindermaw. Or just Rotting Regisaur. Okay, that's what we're doing. Cross our fingers they don't Crow in War and steal Rotting and then give it haste. That certainly could be what's about to happen. And we'd definitely be done for. Oh boy. Love-struck beast, I would imagine. Reckless Stormseeker is going to give it haste and +1/+0, getting it to 6 power. Threatening Rotting Regisaur there. So we would trade with it. Oh, okay. Yep. I'm not sure why they had to think about that one. We're not winning it. Nope. No siree. Well, at least I know what's going to happen. Hashtag pre-recorded. Of course, this is live, so yeah. That's how she goes. Nuts. No treats. Quite yet. Mono black. Oh, hopefully it's not mono black waste. Not. Hopefully I get a bunch of bodies down. Ugh. Always rough. Oh well, especially rough going second in best of one. Hard to claw your way back. Ooh. I see white and black. Perhaps that's something enchantment related. Enchantments that make you sacrifice a creature. That sort of thing. Vampires. Oh, somebody's dusting off vampires perhaps. Getting ready for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. The few vampires that they are going to get. When it enters the battlefield, we make it. Okay. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, they put a counter on Slaughter Specialist. Not so fun. Hopefully they don't have removal for either. And it stops the Slaughter Specialist from attacking. Well, that's painful. We can't block it, unfortunately. Making it a 4/4. Not a fun time. Don't worry, they can freely attack. They should. One day. Maybe it's their first time playing dinosaurs. Or vampires, I should say. It's not my first time playing them. That's for sure. I'm okay taking 4. What do I like? I think I love that Rotting Regisaur. That's going to be just about the scariest thing possible. We make Marauding nice and big. I wasn't going to be blocking Slaughter Specialist anyways. Rotting is going to deter the Slaughter Specialist, I hope. Legion Lieutenant is never going to block Marauding Raptor, so we should be quite safe there. Next turn, probably going Giant Cindermaw and Professional Facebreaker. Hoping they don't have removal for... Okay. Just Fatal Push maybe for Marauding. That's alright. Slaughter Specialist is still 5/5. They're not attacking. This is good. Now we gotta discard something. We'll certainly discard Rampaging Raptor. Oh, Huntmaster as well. Beautiful stuff. Getting to go that. They got rid of Marauding. We wouldn't have been able to play Huntmaster, so still, the opponent technically helped us. I'll be nice and aggressive. Might as well. 7 damages. Quite a bit. We'll take out at least one creature. If they want a double block to take out Rotting Regisaur, perfectly fine with that. We take out the Slaughter Specialist. Oh, it's got a lot of stuff you would play Pterosaurus, I imagine. I was thinking of you when I was whipping it up tonight. Good stuff. Should be very scary next turn. Just trying out Rakdos, sort of aggro dinos, you could say. Oh, hopefully it's not Galten Mavrin. Oh, it's Galten Mavrin. Okie dokie. Well, that's how she goes. The cheese continues. Nuts. Speaking of nuts, not much you can do. Of course, Galten Mavrin is a vampire. It's a big creature. -3. You may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. I don't have Fling in the list, no. It definitely would help to throw Rotting Regisaur. 100%. Fling, I mean, in that very scenario, we would have possibly been able to get the job done. Not playing Giant Cindermaw, connecting with Rotting Regisaur, and then flinging it for 2. That would have been devastating. Maybe that's what I should do. We'll play at least one more game here, then I'll think about updating things. Probably cut Rampaging Raptor. That's what I'm thinking of. We got tons of other bodies. That should be good. Especially making something big with Labyrinth Raptor's ability to pay a black and a red +1/+0 to each creature you control with Menace. Maybe we can do that once or twice and still have enough for Fling or Thud. There's always the option of Thud. Yeah. Like the looks of this, we got Labyrinth Raptor, Marauding, Rampaging Rotting. Nope. Nope, we got Gruul Adventures, potentially. Hopefully it's not Lucky Clover coming in, doubling adventure spells whenever they cast them. Oh, Tamer Adventures. Ooh, oh boy. Yeah. That's the trouble with something that has 2 toughness. Of course, I had to play it because I have Marauding. I'll go with Marauding. Hoping to draw a 4th card or a 4th land next turn. Be able to go Rampaging, or maybe Rotting Regisaur, Rampaging Ferocidon, something like that. Balloona Grand Squall, good stuff. They're all tapped out. Means they won't be bouncing or dealing damage to anybody. Yeah, just Rotting Regisaur. That's the biggest thing, scariest. We still get to attack with Marauding, and they'll certainly not trade with it. That's for sure. Good, good. Definitely a lot of different stuff in Best of 1. Stuff you wouldn't normally see in Best of 3 because maybe it's a little cheesy. That Lucky Clover, well, fortunately that's, oh yeah, that's okay. Well, that's probably going to be it for us. Doubling the bouncing effect of Scalding Viper, paying 1 in the blue to return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Well, it's going to be hard to come back from this. Yeah, give it a shot. Rampaging Ferocidon, I think. Probably going to be our best bet. Fortunately, they made an oopsie. They should have waited until Rotting Regisaur, until it came around to the start of our turn. And Rotting Regisaur's discard effect at the beginning of our upkeep. We got to discard a card. They could have waited for that, then bounced it. We would have discarded a card. Would not have been fun. We're getting there, though. At least we know they don't have anything for 2. To have that Stomping Ground enter the battlefield tapped. They probably don't have anything for 2. I would imagine. Yeah, Rotting Regisaur, Rampaging Ferocidon. I like it. See who they want to trade with. I'm fine with the Bone Crusher. Nice big body. Marauding wouldn't normally be able to trade with any of them anyways. So it's nice to take it out to free up potentially playing Labyrinth Raptor now, which we were locked out in doing. And drawing 2 cards whenever they cast a creature that has an adventure is not fun. So hopefully they didn't draw any more bouncing things, or we'll be bouncing out of this game. This is a little bit painful. Oh boy, looks like they got something for someone. Oh, phew. Just the questing druid. Maybe I could slap in some ember cleaves here. That'd be nice on Rotting Regisaur, but definitely the fling. Get the job done. Labyrinth Raptor might be pretty scary though. Play that, possibly play Sticky Fingers on Rotting Regisaur, make him sacrifice a bunch of creatures. It really could be extra devastating. Hopefully I get a Sticky Fingers or a Sticky Claws, attach it to Rotting Regisaur there, and ooh, lovely. Eventually, once they figure out what they want to do, putting me to sleep, my goodness. I think it's got to be Rampaging Raptor, the costliest thing. Oh, that's pretty good. Still quite decent. Scalding Viper, pretty painful. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value 3 or less, we take 1 damage. Yikes. Ouch. I'm just going to attack with Rampaging, and I'll see if they realize what its ability does. That a creature is sacrificed. Now it survives. Good stuff. Good stuff. Whew. I think we have enough bodies to live. Potentially, they could have a lot of things that bounce. They could play a creature with an adventure. Okay, yeah, well, that's how she goes. Well, Tamer Adventures, if they get that engine online, it's pretty hard to stop. Pretty much impossible, unfortunately. But at least you know exactly when it's over. Yeah. Nuts.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Yeah. Hopefully we get revenge. Especially with that fling. Get rid of Rampaging Raptor there. You know what? I'm going to go with Thud. Thud for now. A little bit cheaper. And I almost forgot, I don't even have a single copy. My goodness. So Thud for a single red sorcery. As an additional cost, we sacrifice a creature. Thud deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. So if Rotting Regisaur connects, deal 7 damage, boom. We Thud. And we deal a whole lot more. Thudding away with the wins. Yeah, I think I like the looks of that. A couple lands. We got Labyrinth Raptor for 2. Oh, okay. We'll play the mountain first. Depending if we get a third land, that's going to definitely decide what side we play. Gotta be black, get that Labyrinth Raptor down. Hopefully get Rotting Regisaur at some point here. Maybe we're playing Rakdos midrange. Something not so great. I must admit, it is painful having a bunch of stuff with 2 toughness. More stuff with 2 toughness. So Labyrinth Raptor and Otepec Huntmaster. Okay, well, that's how it's got to be. Possibly could have done Rotting Regisaur, but we'll leave it like that. I really wanted to get the Labyrinth Raptor down. Maybe go Marauding plus Rampaging next turn. Rotting Regisaur afterwards, and ooh, extra scary damage. Although Shieldred, that's not fun. Definitely quite painful, I must admit. I think it's just got to be Rotting Regisaur. We can't wait. A triple thud now. Might as well do a little bit of damage with Labyrinth Raptor. 3 is rough, yeah. Well, that's how she goes. Hope they don't have removal for rotting, then that'd be extra painful. Or hopefully they don't realize that they should wait till our upkeep and then we have to discard and then they kill it. Well, at least it scared them away. We'll discard 1 thud. That'll be alright. Canyon Slough? I'm just going to take her out. Don't ask questions and hope they don't have another Shieldred in their hand. Okie dokie. That's okay-ish. Of course, I would like to tweak this a little bit more. The idea seems pretty good. I'll just attack with Labyrinth Raptor. We'll get some damage through. Of course, it wouldn't trade with either of those anyways. Ooh, that's painful. Well, it doesn't look like we're winning this one. Yeah, not coming back from that. It's too much. Too little, too late. Yeah. Let's hope we don't have as many thuds, or we get that early Rotting Regisaur, hasty with Huntmaster, connect, sacrifice it. Extra good. A few more games here, and then we'll go to the Liliana Dinos that I was playing a couple months ago, I think. Maybe 2 months or something. Right, I think I'll say goodbye to Twitter. How's it going? Just a nice little test. If you want to see a behind the scenes view, I got my phone right here that was pointing towards the computer. Just trying something out, and yeah, seemed like it worked. It's pretty neat. Okay. All right, well, I can keep that. That should work. Haunted Ridge, the first land. We don't have a turn 1 play, so perfectly fine. We got our source of red for Huntmaster to give Rampaging haste. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell or something that kills one of our things. I bet that's going to be happening, though. Oh, maybe just a fatal push. Or Shieldred's Edict. Either is rough. Dimir Control, it seems like. This is going to be extra rough. We don't have the big scary green dinos. Carnage Tyrant, Tyrannix Rex can't be countered, likely can't be targeted. And, well, we got to draw out Shieldred's Edict at some point. Then we only had 1 play. Anyways. I imagine they're going to make us sacrifice it, or they'll wait for the Shieldred's Edict till we get something maybe a little bit more impactful. However, That is pretty nice. We get to take out Narset. Maybe they counter it, maybe they don't. Well, let's see. Oh, they do. They do. Okay. Kind of painful. Either way, we're going to lose that Labyrinth Raptor. Nothing else we really could do. If we would have played Sticky Fingers on Labyrinth Raptor to maybe make a treasure, they would have made us sacrifice it or just simply counter it. But, rough. Still not seeing that third land. Really would have expected to at this point. Should have, statistically speaking. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, phew. Finally, it may be too little too late at this point, but we'll give it a go. Imagine they have a counter spell, or they'll just sacrifice it. It would be nice to draw out Childred's Edict on this, and maybe Rotting Regisaur is going to stick around. Or we draw a fourth land next turn. We can go Rotting Regisaur and thud it against the opponent. Okay, that's something. The question is, would they have maybe another negate? I'm going to try for it. Try to thud the Rotting Regisaur. Maybe wait another turn or two, but it's okay. Oof. They don't have negate or something. Or maybe they weren't too worried about taking 7 damage. They saved a counter spell, or they will save a counter spell for something else down the line. They're at a kind of healthy 13. Certainly I would imagine they have some sort of removal or counter spell for any creature that we play. So they're still feeling like they're in a pretty good position. Not so great, not super good, but we got to play something. Slap the Sticky Fingers on Rampaging Ferocidon, and we'll see what they do. Sticky Fingers, unfortunately, the menace that it provides goes to wait. Okay, well, that's... At least they take 1 damage. It's not nothing. And we draw a card. That's good. I'm gonna try another Rampaging Ferocidon. I was thinking Professional Facebreaker, but okay. Well, we're not winning that one. I face this deck often enough, or I have with my actual deck, is no chance. At that point, absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of rough. It is rough a little bit, facing off against stuff that I know for a fact I would do, well, chances are a little bit better. But it is nice to see a lot of stuff, move through a bunch of games, playing in best of 1. Trying something different. Well, a little bit different. Of course, it is always Dinosaurs here. I like it. That could work. Haunted Ridge. Boom. Lovely. I think we'll probably be drawing our 3rd land and we'll be off to the races. Ooh, not quite. Of course, Mono Blue Spirits. Mono Blue Snow Spirits, I think. Hopefully no Fading Hope. Maybe it's not. Could be just Mono Blue Tempo. Of course, also with Mono Blue Mill. I think we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him good here. I'm just gonna go with Rampaging Ferocidon. We get to slap the Sticky Fingers on Marauding, get a treasure. That's pretty good. Get some nice damage going. possibly ping the opponent when they play the Ruin Crab. 1 blue for a 0/3. Whenever land enters the battlefield, we mill some stuff. Let's see if they have any counter spells. Okay, that's pretty good. Of course, I think we should be probably safe just going with the second Rotting Regisaur. We can't have played Labyrinth Raptor anyways. It's simply a dead card. So it's not that bad if we have to get rid of it. I was thinking they might have something bouncy related. But I think we should be in a good position. Okay, oh, the scary, spooky dinos did it.
You won! You did it!
I mean, it was extra scary because it took so long to get that win, but I went into this with no preconceived notions, no expectations about how things would go. We'd get there eventually, and we did. Right, another game. Let's keep going. If the win streak keeps going, we'll keep playing it, but whenever I lose the next one, we'll move on to Liliana Dinos, which is basically Rakdos, black and red, sprinkling in a little bit of green. Perhaps I'll update things, or I'll just jam Liliana of the Veil into this list that I'm using right now. I think I'll do that. It'll be a little bit easier. Yeah, that looks good. We got a bunch of lands, a bunch of creatures. Pretty sweet. Mono green, devotion, perhaps. Ooh. That might be a little bit rough. Hopefully we get a nice big dinosaur to sacrifice with the thud here. Oh boy, they're going to play another dork. Oh, they don't. Oh, look at that, folks. We drew the exact best thing we possibly could hope for. The Huntmaster. You want to play that first, and then next turn we'll play Labyrinth Raptor, then we'll play Marauding. Or if we draw another Giant Cindermaw or a Rampaging Ferocidon, that means we could play 3 creatures in a single turn. Marauding for 1 red, reduces Giant Cindermaw to 1 red. Ooh, that might be good. Let's hope for that. Yeah, I'm just going with Labyrinth Raptor still. Just because if I play Marauding, I can't play that. Could be a little bit aggressive. Take Kiora down a chunk. Not as much as I would have preferred, but hey, it's still something. Nice to not see her around, even though we may be dead here as they go storm the festival with all their mana. Possibly chaining it a bunch of times. Oh, okay. Well, Kiora can still untap Nykthos, so I could see that happening. Oh my goodness, that is not happening. Well, I'll take it. Fine by me. We get the lovely Giant Cindermaw. Using Thud to take out Kiora right here. I think that would be best. Now let's do it. Not ask questions. Might as well get another Marauding Raptor down, make the one that's still out big. And we'll attack with Labyrinth Raptor because, well, if they have to block, they block with 2 things and we take out 1 thing. That's just how it goes. We would never be able to trade with any of the creatures that they have. It's all right by me. Neato. Of course, they still have lovely extra devotion for Nykthos. They tap for a little bit more, but they have 1 less body out, and maybe that's going to help. One less thing to block. What big creature are they gonna... Oh, Ulamog. Okay, yep. Yeah, I know when we're done for. That certainly means you're done for. Easily being able to cast Ulamog with all of the mana that they have, and then exiling 2 permanents. Not just non-land permanents. Chances are they may have exiled 2 lands, but they could have easily exiled 2 creatures, and we certainly would have been done for at that point. Okay. Well, we know what we want to do. Liliana of the Veil. Liliana Dinos, kind of, is what this deck is becoming. For the moment. I think I'll get rid of Curse of Hospitality. That's not really doing a whole lot for me. We play it. It may end up doing nothing. We really have to be aggressive, and maybe we don't have creatures afterwards to attack with, to connect, to exile cards off of the opponent's library. Did I not spell it right? Little. I'm just gonna type in Veil. There we go. Oh, it's one end. It's not 2 ends. Okay, that's where I was getting tripped up. Alrighty, 4 copies of Liliana of the Veil, because, well, she's pretty darn devastating. The +1 to make each player discard a card. That's okay. Rotting Regisaur, we discard a card. Chances are we might not have a whole lot to discard anyways pretty quick. So the +1 from Liliana, where both of us discard, could quite quickly not be a drawback if we have nothing in hand. See if this is a mono blue mill or something like that again. I think it could be alright. We got Labyrinth Raptor slapping the sticky fingers on. Oh, okay. Our first outing against Angels. We got the 3 Rampaging Ferocidons, and we got the 4 Rampaging Ferocidons and the 4 Giant Cindermaws. Oh, speaking of Giant Cindermaw, as I say it, I draw it. I love it when that happens. This is going to be good. You don't normally have 8 things in a deck in best of 1 that shut down a specific thing an opponent is trying to do. Well, that's rough, not getting the 3rd land. We'll get there. We should. At least they haven't got a lot of things that gain them life. Oh, Blood Crypt, absolutely. That's coming down hot. Phew. Now we just have to hope they don't have another Skyclave apparition. That'd be extra devastating. Hopefully Collected Company doesn't get it. It got it. Okay. Okay, well, I know when I've lost. It doesn't take a whole lot of times facing Angels to realize a losing situation. Giant Cindermaw was going away. They would have gained a bunch of life. They just happened to hit exactly what they needed to hit. Now, hopefully we face Angels again, or maybe mono white life gain. That'd be pretty good. Just something life gain related. Those players abusing it, because oftentimes people do not have any life gain hate in best of 1. So we really get to get them, mess them up. But yeah, usually that is a common occurrence. You play something, 1 thing to shut them down. Yeah, and it gets answered pretty quickly. But I like the looks of this. Rotting Regisaur, turn 3, hasty, off of that Otepec Huntmaster. Beautiful. Hopefully. Wonder what we're playing against. Blue, black, and green so far. You're every day on there. Okay. That's how she goes. Nothing much you can do about it. Fortunately, I think we're feeling pretty good with this Rotting Regisaur. You gotta love a 7/6 haste on turn 3. That's all right. Good for aggression. But definitely, it's quite different. Best of 1. Well, there's pluses and minuses to everything. Of course, the games are very fast. You're only playing one, and then you get to another one. Ruthless aggression. Well, we haven't. You know what this is? Ruthless aggression.
Ruthless aggression.
Extra ruthless, because look at that. That thing has to block or they die. Ooh, ooh. Even just that is lovely. You could kind of tweak things and build a list around just Huntmaster giving Rotting Regisaur haste. Maybe sprinkle in a little bit more ways to give your creatures haste if the opponent gets rid of Huntmaster, or yeah. I think you should start playing best of 3, definitely. I mean, certainly best of 1 is quicker, but it's not like it's a whole lot quicker. You could finish easily a best of 3 match 15 minutes. I'd be surprised if a best of 3 went more than 15 minutes. So I think, I mean, if anybody is playing, they can at least, you know, set aside 15 minutes, see how things are. If you have young kids, of course, Pterosaurus, as you do, or anybody else. After you finish that match, you go check, hey, does the baby need a diaper change, or you want me to pick something up, or I got to start the laundry again, put it in the dryer because we need the clothes for a vacation tomorrow, that sort of thing. Yeah, oh, we got revenge. I don't like the looks of this. 2 lands and a lot of stuff for 3. Okay, that's way better. Quite a bit better. And we've got Liliana of the Vale. Very devastating. We'll see what they're playing, but I would imagine if Huntmaster survives, it's going to be Rampaging Hasty next turn. Get that nice aggression going. I think they probably have some creatures in the mix here. So we should be able to chip away a bit. If they only play 1 creature, we ping for 1 damage and still get a swing in again with Rampaging, and well, they're getting pretty low there. And also we can just play Liliana next turn, -2, make him sacrifice Glissa. Possibly, I could see that happening. The new Glissa from March of the Machine or Phyrexia all be one of those ones. If this is Golgari, oops, yeah, Ritual of Soot. Well, that's no fun. Professional Facebreaker it is. Hopefully that sticks around. We connect next turn with the Facebreaker. We would make a treasure, and then Sticky Fingers on the Facebreaker. We would make 2 treasures in total. That'd be pretty. Oh, we get to make 2 treasures in total. Folks, that is beautiful. Can't ask for anything better. Super ramping. I like it. Now what do I want to play? That's the question. I say another Professional Facebreaker. Keep that treasure around just in case we might need it. I certainly could have thudded, but 2 damage with the Professional Facebreaker is not a lot for a thud. You really want something bigger. Big time. Well, that's kind of rough. Let me see. Let me play that card this turn. Okay, I can't play that card this turn. I was almost going to sacrifice that treasure with the Professional Facebreaker's ability. But Liliana of the Vale it is. Get that down. Start making them discard stuff. And hope they don't have too much removal. I'll get rid of the thud because we don't have any creatures anyways. Painful stuff though. This seems to be Golgari control, green and black, with Conduit of Worlds. They may play lands from their graveyard. That's not fun. Not at all. Casualties of War, well, I guess it's probably going to do it for us. They're just going to discard a land with Liliana's +1, and then they just replay it next turn. So her +1 is basically ineffective. Does almost nothing. And no creatures. Ooh, that is extra not fun. But we'll keep making them discard at the very least. They have less cards in their hand, so that's where it's at. A lot of wacky stuff. Well, usual stuff, wacky stuff, and best of one. I like the mixture, I must admit. But another Casualties of War, I'm not bothering with this one. We're not clawing our way back anytime soon. That was just very unfortunate to see two of them back to back. Paying 6, destroying a Planeswalker and the lands. Sometimes they will destroy an artifact, an enchantment. They can destroy a wide range of things. It can be very, very devastating. Maybe I'll play my best of 3 list, and we'll see how different it is. Because certainly, I bet it's going to be quite a bit different. Maybe the last few minutes I'll play one match perhaps. This hand though, lovely stuff. We got a bunch of lands, enough lands I would think, especially with the cost reduction of Marauding Raptor there. Get the swamp down. Again, we'll wait to play the dual face lands until we absolutely know what side we need. Mono Green Devotion, perhaps it's one of that ramping list, the one we saw previously with the Ulamog. Bulamog is more like it. Yeah, that's tough stuff. Exiling 2 permanents and such a big creature. And it's indestructible. I'm just happy it doesn't have trample, otherwise that'd be about as scary as you could get. Whenever it attacks, I think we mill 20 cards from our library. Or it might be half the library. I don't know. It's not a fun time. Not at all. Definitely looking like it's going to be Seer Step Pathway next turn. Ooh. Marauding going down, something for full. Okay, Miglaws. All right, not too bad. Not the worst thing ever. I'm thinking Professional Facebreaker. We're going to be connecting with Marauding, making a treasure. Sticky Fingers on Marauding. Make another treasure. Super rampy, I love it. Boom. Then we get to play Giant Cindermaw as well, which is also quite divine. Pretty sweet. Very good stuff. I like it. That was neat. I was hoping to do some sort of scenario like that. I was thinking of maybe saving the treasures, possibly doing the Professional Facebreaker's ability, sacrificing a treasure to exile the top card of our library. And we may play that card this turn. But I just felt like it's better to get the Giant Cindermaw down. Lovely. Hopefully they don't have a Crowan War, perhaps stealing Marauding Raptor. Although I bet it would be the Professional Facebreaker there. That's pretty good. Miglaws is only a 6/6. Can I make him bigger? They have to pay 2 and remove 2 oil counters to make them bigger. We're taking them out. Definitely. Double block. Double dead. We lose both our creatures. Sadly, 6 total toughness to the 6 power. But I'm alright with that. Imagine we may be connecting with this Marauding Raptor. I won't play the second one. Just because the one that I just played doesn't get any benefit. I can supercharge both, make them both 4 power next turn when I play this, so we'll wait for that. Yeah. That's pretty good. Some more elves, I can take it. Bet they have a stomp from Bone Crusher Giant. If I blocked with Marauding Raptor, we would lose it. I don't want that to happen. They got shenanigans up their sleeve. No, no, no. Canyon Slough? Well, I could see myself. Nah, I just want to drop something else. I got the treasure there, which feels pretty good. Likely able to play whatever I draw. Could be a Rotting Regisaur. That'd be extra good. That'd be a thing we play that doesn't die. Okay, well, just a land. There we go. Let's supercharge him. We'll see if that stomp is drawn out on the Marauding. Okay. Super aggressive. Maybe they'll start to block some of the creatures here, or one elf will block the one Marauding that doesn't have menace, taking it down to only needing 2 damage dealt to it. That's about all I can see. Oh, the good old Atarka's Command. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, we'll take out 2 elves. Fine by me. And we draw cards. Oh, and we get to play the card that we drew with the cost reduction, with that treasure. Extra sweet. That's not too bad. Voldarin Thrillseeker. We get a little bit of a ping. It's a creature, of course. Maybe they'll sack that Robber of the Rich. Yeah, I'm not worried. We'll let that damage through. The thing they exiled, Sulfurous Springs, they couldn't play it because Robber of the Rich. During any turn you attacked with a rogue, you may cast the card, not play the card. If it said you may play the card, they could play lands. You don't cast lands, so that's very nice. That's actually pretty good with the sticky fingers. If they want to block it, they got to block with both. Or the Mutavault as well. We'll see what happens. Ah, they're going to combine the Voldarin Thrillseeker and the Mutavault. Well, I'll definitely take out the Mutavault, 100%. Haunted Ridge? No, that's okay. We now get to play Huntmaster, so again, we took out a creature. The creature that died helped us out, able to safely play the thing that we had in hand. That's good. That's good. And it's a 1/2. They literally only have 1/1s. Oh yeah, I bet. Wow. The thing getting massive, maybe a 4/3 menace. Rotting Raptor whenever it deals damage to a dinosaur. We're going to give Labyrinth Raptor haste. I'm feeling pretty good. They have nothing in hand. They would have to block with at least 3 creatures just to take it out. Because they have to sacrifice 1. So they have to leave themselves with at least 2 damage after they sacrifice a creature. Good stuff. Oops. Oh, I love when they don't read the card. Whew. They certainly won't make that mistake again. Oh. Okay. So that's what they were planning. Well, so we got rid of 3 creatures. That's fine. Maybe they didn't forget. I guess that could certainly have been their plan all along. That's okay. They got basically nothing. Something big. Rotting Regisaur. Let's see it. Certainly at this point is when I would want Rampaging Raptor. That'd be beautiful. Not a Sulfurous Springs. Come on, we only got 20 lands. You're not supposed to get flooded with 20 lands. That's a joke. You can always get flooded with any amount of lands that you have. That's just a fact of life. Rotting Regisaur. Let's Labyrinth Raptor. Very good stuff. That's what I've got to be aggressive. Go, go, go. Very good. Of course, we'll sacrifice the Elvish Mystic. That's okay. Just keep those creatures down. Maybe it's the Acroan War to steal Huntmaster. Ooh. Oh, a stomp. Okay. They don't even have enough mana after stomping to play. Oh, no, another Sulfurous Springs. Nuts. That's too bad. Oh, the 4th Sulfurous Springs. I shouldn't have talked about getting flooded. I jinxed myself. Nuts. Oh, it's going a wee bit downhill. That's just how she goes, sometimes. Do, 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 bum, bum. Creature next turn. I can feel it. Not a creature. Okay, well, yeah. Sometimes you just, you die to the flood. Maybe, I think, known stranger, 100%. Rotting Regisaur was feeling a little bit shy. That's okay. Maybe I could up the creatures. Maybe I don't need sticky fingers. Hard to say. There is a lot to think about, especially because it is a very different variation of Dinos that I normally use, but that's alright. Still very spooky. Of course, way more spooky for me than the opponents. A spooky amount of losses. It's all good. It's all good. I'm getting to do what I love. At the very least, it's a good time. Always room for improvement. Lots to think about with this, though. Certainly a lot of the new dinos that we're getting with Lost Caverns of Ixalan, this is going to be much better. Whenever I do dust off and revisit this, okay, we got our free win, I think. Oh, they knew it was about to happen. So really, this deck is quite powerful. I mean, you saw it there. Did I have fun in that match? Absolutely. I liked all the plays that I made, all the great decisions, the thought process. 100%. Everyone is so screwed. I'm going to see if I can record maybe one video talking about the Scytheclaw Raptor. I don't know. We'll see if Hulking Raptor is finally spoiled. If you think we're screwed now, most people are screwed with all the dinos and the dinosaur support. They're about to get even more screwed. Once Hulking Raptor drops, it's going to be good. We haven't seen it yet, probably because They're saving the best for last. It's gonna boom. Oh. They're not gonna have any chance. Oh, they're gonna be like, oh, this is not fair. I can't counter it, can't target it. I bet it has, well, it might not have hexproof, but Hulking Raptor probably has some number of ward. Maybe ward 5. Ward 6. Something crazy. Effectively hexproof. Maybe. If it does have ward, I hope it's a little bit higher than Tyrannosaurus Rex, which has ward 4. That's usually pretty good, but sometimes if the game has gone on long enough, ward 4 with Tyrannosaurus Rex is pretty easy to pay, sadly. But fortunately, we got the Labyrinth Raptor before we played Marauding Raptor. Phew. Oh, Belligerent Yearling, Rotting Regisaur. Turn 2 Belligerent Yearling, turn 3 Rotting Regisaur, and it's like you're attacking with Rotting Regisaur, because you're attacking with something that has 7 power, and Belligerent Yearling has trample. So, I mean, right there, that's a no-brainer. Kind of want to take out the Battlecry Goblin. We're taking out the Battlecry Goblin. Don't let that thing live. When you're facing off against goblins, that's not a pretty sight. You know what? Rampaging Ferocidon. I almost wasn't going to do it, and then I'm like, oh, goblins. Rampaging Ferocidon with its ability, whenever a creature enters, 1 damage. Goblins, of course, there's a good chance they're going to have more creatures than us, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah. There's a goblin already. And it's a 3/3, so they're not attacking into it. Then we get professional face spam, maybe. Nah. I'm going with Marauding. And then slapping the sticky fingers on Rampaging here. And then we wait. But I must admit, it's kind of cool with a thud sacrificing Rampaging that has the sticky fingers. Hopefully we get to connect and make a treasure, but when we sacrifice it, we draw a card off of the sticky fingers, and that is good. Possibly could have slapped sticky fingers on Marauding, but we don't have quite as many dinos as I would like. Supercharging Marauding, making it big, maybe 6 power or 8 power potentially, and then thudding the opponent. At least they still can't attack. That's good. I took out the thing I needed to. That Battlecry Goblin. Potentially giving goblins they control +1/+0. That's not what you want to see. But I do want to see more dinos. Just like that. I could thud somebody. That's definitely a very real possibility. It's probably what I should do. You know what? We'll attack with Marauding Raptor. Let's see what happens. Kind of curious. They have to block with 2 things to take it out. Hopefully it's the Skirk Prospector. Has the ability. Oh, okay, it is. Good. I love it. Extra nice. But then we'll thud the Goblin War Chief with the Giant Cindermaw. Perfect. Beautiful stuff. So we took away goblins they control have haste, and the goblins cost 1 less. Good. We took out the potential for them to sacrifice a goblin to add a red. Not good at all. We bought ourselves a decent bit of time, I hope. We still got that Rampaging chipping away. Oh, Cranko, Tin Street, Kingpin. That could be extra scary. When it attacks, they put a counter on it, and then they create a number of goblins equal to its power. Okay, I like it. Big time. Now it's like Marauding Plus. The Professional Facebreaker. We're taking a little bit of damage ourselves from Rampaging, but that's okay. Gotta get bodies down somehow, some way. Now we just sit back and relax. Possibly attack with Rampaging Ferocidon next turn. I want to attack with it at some point, but this turn I would imagine a lot of goblins are going to be entering the battlefield. So I still want to get extra more value. My voice is so sleep-inducing. Of course, in the best way. That's good. My wife keeps reminding me I should record myself reading a children's book, something like that. ASMR, as some channels do. I gotta do it at some point. There's never enough time. There's barely enough time for this. Sometimes I'm making the thumbnail throughout the day to have it ready to go live as soon as possible. Right. Pretty much have to just sit back and relax and hope it doesn't get too out of control. But I think it will, unfortunately. Would be nice to have a sweeper, I must admit. Certainly Professional Facebreaker, not doing a whole lot. We're not able to attack into the creatures they have. So it's just 2 for a 2/3, sadly. Yeah, keep the pings alive. That's pretty good. And that's the problematic thing. Of course, very rough. You're going to learn if you're playing Dinos, coming up with some of the new Dino stuff. Having extra creatures that die 2 Maraudings, 2 damage. Painful. Just Huntmaster is bad enough. But Belligerent Yearling, like we were mentioning there, I think it's worth it. I'm comfortable enough playing around it. That should be okay. If I need Marauding gone, I'm just going to be extra aggressive. The opponent will trade with it, and then I'll play the cheap stuff that I couldn't have otherwise. Imagine they're going to block it. I'd be surprised if that wasn't the case. Okay. There we go. Boom. What was I saying? It's not the best situation in the world, but it's not a situation you can't get yourself out of. Certainly would be nice to power up everything we have. We could get a lot of damage with the Labyrinth Raptor. We have 4 creatures at the moment that have menace, so we pay 2 and we get +1/+0 on 4 creatures. So 2 mana to get 4 power on the board. Pretty good. That is not pretty good. A darn Goblin Trash Master. Another one. Oh, a copy. Okay, not great. Are we dead? Well, not quite. Perhaps we can make something good happen. Almost killed him with Rampaging, though. That was nice. Okay. The blocking commences. Basically dead. We'll see what we draw next turn. We draw a card when Rampaging Ferocidon dies. Just kind of curious to see what we get. Another Sticky Fingers. Hopefully it's not a third Sticky Fingers. It's a land. That definitely is not... yeah, that's not going to do the trick. That's alright. We'll do at least another game here. Maybe do 1 or 2 matches of my best of 3. Show the ultimate painful potential. Hopefully, of course, it can go bad for anybody, anywhere, anytime. You gotta power through it. Realize sometimes there's nothing you can do, but sometimes there is. Get a big batch of games or matches with any list and see it in a lot of scenarios, and you'll hopefully realize pretty clearly, ooh, this is not good, or I should do this in this situation, or I should switch this card out because maybe this other thing is strictly better, or better in many more scenarios. It would not be good to keep this hand. One land and a whole lot of nothing. Not really any creatures I care about. Not even our first source of black for Liliana. Ouch. Once the opponent gets its act together. Eventually. Could make another coffee at this point. Actually, I'm gonna check Reddit. We'll see if the hulking raptor was spoiled. Hopefully it was. It's gotta be tomorrow. Maybe this opponent did fall asleep. They went into a sugar coma. I'll take any win I can get with this deck. Nothing yet. No hulking raptor, sadly. That's too bad. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm just excited to see what mixture of protection it has, or how big it is. With a name like Hulking Raptor, you got to imagine it's got to be big. Its toughness is probably greater than its power. It's bottom heavy. But just Hulking Raptor, it's not small. I think we can all agree with that. Hopefully we're facing off against Life Gain. We got the Super Hate. Definitely want to keep the 3 lands just in case they got something problematic for Huntmaster and we lose it. We'll still be at least able to play this stuff. Ugh. Oh, is it Wizards? That could be troublesome. Hopefully they tap out this turn, playing a couple things, and then at least Huntmaster is going to stick around for 1 turn. Yeah. Is it prowess, spells, that sort of thing? I imagine Huntmaster is basically guaranteed to be killed. Of course, this is not a deck you want to be on the draw against. I think there's pretty low chance of us getting the job done. But you never know. We could maybe make the magic happen. Well, at least I get a block and take 1 less damage. Phew. And of course, Marauding for 1, Giant Cindermaw for 1, Rampaging for 1. This is what it's all about when you maximize that cost reduction.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Hopefully it's enough to make something happen. We'll certainly connect with Marauding. Make use of that 6 damage. We got 2 blockers. Should be alright. Liliana of the Veil, making them sacrifice one of their creatures next turn might be all that it takes. Although that Sprite Dragon is pretty darn pesky. Don't have any way to get rid of it. I'd be surprised if they didn't kill anything this turn. Hopefully they only have... Ooh, Shrapnel Blast. That's, well, that's rough. Phew. Imagine they got something to power up the Monastery Swift Spear, but we can't let it connect. That would definitely kill us. Yeah. Okay, if we hadn't blocked it, we certainly would have been dead. Really should have made that a black. Not that it would have mattered anyways. Too little too late, that Sprite Dragon is going to finish us off. Yeah. Okay, my main list. Let's do that. It's past midnight anyway, my time, so technically it's not Halloween anymore. Scary. Scary bad, I guess. Scary in some way. Anyway, this list though, slightly updated. A sliver of updating was done today. I trimmed Xenagos, God of Revels, doubling a creature or +X to a creature where X is its power and giving it haste. Surak and Goreclaw, kinda like that. Well, not exactly like that, but it gives everything haste. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under our control, we put a counter on it and it gains haste. That's really what I want. More chances to give haste to other stuff. And other creatures you control have trample. This is very, very important. Marauding Raptor oftentimes is very big when we're playing multiple creatures or dinosaurs in a turn with the Great Henge. Sometimes it's 8 power, 10 power, and it's very rough when that gets stopped by a measly 1/1. So possibly giving it trample with Sorak. Sorry, I mispronounced Surak and Goreclaw, but the opponent is going to be sorry when we drop that ultimate power. I love it. Now, certainly seems like it could be more impactful than Xenagos. See how it goes. Oftentimes we don't turn on Xenagos. We need devotion to red and green equal to 7 or more. Usually it's just sitting there. Not so great. It's certainly pretty durable, having indestructible, but it would be nice, I think, in some cases, just having the thing that gives haste to your other stuff, having it be a body right from the beginning. Sideboard wise, nothing too fancy. I trimmed the one Ronus's Monument that I had in here, finishing off the playset of Tranquil Frillbacks. That's going to be good. Covering a lot of angles there. Very nice against aggressive stuff. Watch us face a lot of control. Again, aggressive stuff, that's what you want to be doing in best of 1. You want to be playing as many games as possible, fly up the ladder, maybe get into Diamond and you mass concede a bunch of games or matches. I hear sometimes people do that to make their hidden matchmaking rating low, and then they get a bunch of easy opponents in Diamond, fly into Mythic. I don't know. I just hear stories, but I imagine it is pretty tempting for some people, and if that's what your whole existence hinges on, and if it is so important for content creating, I'm not gonna knock it too much. It's just not for me. I'd want to get to anywhere as, I guess, honestly, legitimately, but as long as you're having a good time, that's the main thing. You want to do that, more power to you. But if you want to do it like this, all right. Willopy. That's a fantastic hand. Boom. Absolutely lovely stuff. We'll get the Cinderglade down first. We need 2 basics. And that certainly could be a pretty real possibility that we don't have 2 basics by the time we want to play it. Could have been nice going with, okay, well, never mind. I guess they'll get rid of Topiary Stomper. They don't want us to get, extra lands, get ahead, that sort of thing. Alright, Marauding, or Topiary, or Wayward Swordtooth, you better have another Thoughtseize, because we're about to be spamming the lands. But they better not. Oh, the Demolition Fields. To grab a swamp untapped. Maybe go Thoughtseize with that. That's okay. We got a lot of lands, we got more. Castle Garenbriggs, there's 4 in the list, and this is exactly why you put 4 in the list. If you're playing those big, costly, scary scary dinos. You don't want to have one copy or two copies and then it gets destroyed and now you're kicking yourself because I jinxed myself. Well, at least I'm kind of playing by myself at this point, saying exactly what the opponent will do. Getting a wee bit flooded here. Could have gone a little bit better. I mean, we will get to Regisaur Alpha next turn, so that's pretty good. Maybe they won't have a third Thoughtseize. They might have a fatal push for the token that Regisaur Alpha makes. But otherwise, you know, we're still looking pretty good. They're thinning the deck for us, reducing the possibility of at least drawing a basic. And we got enough lands at this point. Alright, now we just have to hope they don't have Shieldred's Edict to make us sacrifice Regisaur Alpha there. Ugh, more lands. Oh, painful. Yeah, quarter of the way through. Well, that fatal push, that's okay. That's okay. You can't fatal push Regisaur Alpha. It does have a mana value of 5, so it dodges that fantastic removal. Fortunately. No more lands though. I can feel it. I'm okay going down to 10. I want the haste potential of Regisaur Alpha. Hey, it's not a land. It is a creature that may die, but that's alright. If they don't do anything, we could get Ghalta, and it should have haste next turn. Oh, fine by me. I don't need any more. I could take 4, probably. Maybe they have a Shieldred in their hand. Hopefully that's not the case, but depending what we draw, we could play a cheap dino and still have enough for Ghalta and get to attack with everything and kill them. Not kill it. Okay, well, that's well, didn't know what they had, so they got us. Can't do anything about that. But with Trim Huntmaster, we'll get in a land. A land certainly is more stable than that. Not a whole lot to do in this situation, though. I'll trim one Ghalta. I'll keep all the Huntmasters in. We're on the play. I want to keep the potential chances of going as fast as possible as high as possible. Yep, love it. 3 lands in Huntmaster, Topiary, Hasty. Maybe they don't have a fatal push for Huntmaster. We'll get rid of Carnage Giant, of course, the costliest thing. At the very least, I think we should be getting Topiary. They might fatal push Huntmaster and then Thoughtseize away the Topiary Stomper. I don't think Huntmaster. Okay. That's how it goes. Flunk, though. Haven't seen that one used ever, I don't think. From Strixhaven, target creature gets -X/-X, where X is 7 minus the number of cards in that. Okay, that's painful enough. Topiary Stomper it is. Regisaur Alpha next turn. We should be in a pretty good position. Yeah, I like it. Well, I don't like that. I'm going to discard both lands and hope I draw a 5th one. Basically. Oh, we got the 5th land. Yes, listen to my gut. We're starting to deal a little bit of damage here. If they want me to sacrifice a creature, I sacrifice Topiary. We got bodies. We're not gonna die. Not quite yet. We got options. Graveyard Trespasser is a 3/3. Could trade with that token. Oh, yeah. Pay 1 black to make us discard nothing. Oh, that's also nice. We don't have 10 permanents, sadly, but we still get to attack with those. That's what I'm doing. I don't think they'll waste removal on Wayward or Topiary. Oh, they'll just exile everything. Also, pretty good. I mean, Commune with Dinosaurs should grab us something pretty nice. I imagine they have other discard things. I'm just going to grab Marauding to play it. Whatever we grabbed probably was getting dealt with, either discarded or killed in Marauding Raptor's case. Okay, well, also rough. Carnage Tyrant. Oh, no more lands. My goodness. That is rough. Well, at least we have nothing to sacrifice and nothing to discard. Regisaur Alpha would be lovely, though. The token, hasty towards Liliana of the Vale. Oh, ask and you get it. All right. I'm so good. Take her down to 1. Boom. She's not at 2, so she can't make us sacrifice a creature. Lovely, lovely. I would like a little bit more haste, not just Huntmaster or Regisaur. We'll see. Just like that lovely aggression. That does the trick. Yeah, well, I'm just playing this and we're taking her out. Phew. Hopefully they don't make us sacrifice Regisaur. We got enough lands to play Tranix Rex, Carnage Tyrant easily. Well, that's kind of rough. Tranix Rex, where are you at, buddy? We've seen one so far. That's pretty good. They're tapped out. Hopefully we get Tranix Rex and that would pack a punch. Oh. There you go. Of course, if you say something often enough, eventually it's gonna happen. They'll make us sacrifice it or kill it. I don't think it's sticking around. I don't see that happening. Invoke Despair, Shieldred's Edict. You know the drill. There you go. More evidence that it's pre-recorded. Absolutely. Oh, whoa. Oh, I knocked my phone over. What's going on?
Ruthless aggression.
Oh, this is what it's all about.
Inevitable.
Okay, here we go. As long as they don't have Shieldred's Edict. Did we get him? No.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. Should never really expect that to happen, but you got to admit, the top decks are good. If you're going to get into a top deck war, that's what you want to be top decking. You easily could have not had Tranix Rex in the list whatsoever. Maybe you have only 3 Carnage turns. You top deck this, well, you're not attacking with it. But then they make you sacrifice it next turn, and you got 0 benefit. So I definitely love it. Oh, I love 4. Heck, oftentimes I was using 4 Carnage and 4 Tranix Rex. Man, scary stuff. And when we sprinkle in Hulking Raptor, it's going to be even more scary than that. Okay, we got to cross our fingers. No other dino quite would have gotten the job done as that. I think so. My final bet is Hulking Raptor is going to cost 5. Or maybe it's something so crazy expensive it costs 8. Nobody's ever going to play it, and nobody is going to take it seriously that Hulking Raptor could be good. But if any of you have watched me, as many of you have, you know it's not that hard. And it is very, very good. I mean, another great henge is not so great. Sad to lose Topiary Stomper. Okay, so they'll get rid of Regisaur. Painful. We got that Huntmaster, you know, it is only... Oh, they don't have Fatal Push. They had one black untapped, so at least... well, it's only being sacrificed. That's okay. Hopefully we get a Wayward next turn, or... Topiary. Sometime. If you get into a sticky situation, Tyrannosaurus Rex is gonna probably get you out of it. Certainly I'll discard one of the great henges. Oh, Carnage Tarn, okay. If we get Castle Garenbreak, we get Carnage Tarn, which we would have to sacrifice. But if we get a 5th land, possibly that token could connect, take out Liliana. We'll see what they do, though. They're going to +1. We get rid of the Great Henge. Land. Oh, well, technically it is a land or a topiary. Okay. This is not so bad. Alright. Gotta get rid of Carnage Tarrant. It might be too little too late with the aggression from the Graveyard Glutton here. Hitting us for 4 and then also making us lose life when they exile. Technically for 6, I think. It's rough stuff. But we're not dead yet. Not quite. At least we take Liliana of the Veil down to 1. She's not at 2. That's what you want. So all the creatures we have would stick around. Fortunately, I have the last basic to grab. It would have been rough if I didn't. And hopefully they draw another land. Cross your fingers. Oh boy. Tegrid. Well, that's also rough. We have nothing to discard or sacrifice. Tegrid's ability there, whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent, you may put that card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under their control. That's rough. Wayward also rough. We don't turn it on. 5? Yeah, we don't. Well, a Valiant Everett. Couldn't really get the job done. That's how she goes. Oh, yeah, we're not winning through that. No siree. Ouch. Oof. Alright. Yeah, we'll leave it there for tonight. We did some pretty good stuff. Pretty rough overall. Still a good time trying out something different. Certainly I would like to tweak it a little bit more. And just playing best of 1. You gotta be playing certain stuff or else it may be rougher than you wish. Alright. Hopefully all you guys had a good Halloween if you went out trick-or-treating. Hopefully you don't have too big of a sugar coma, a sugar rush. Maybe you're passed out already and you're watching this in the morning. Have a good rest of your time zone. Whenever it is, wherever it is. Known Stranger, JDX, Pterosaurus, anybody else. See you next time. Peace.